for giving this opportunity, Pradeep ji, to present actually not on paper. In fact, I had prepared myself saying that such an esteemed platform should be doing some paper presentation on Arthashastra, and he said, you have to talk about the institute where you are teaching Arthashastra. So, but the academician in me will not start without reading a paper, so I made an abstract, which I'm sure is already there in your kit. So what I'm going to present, 15 minutes has been allocated, 3 minutes I'm going to read a paper, then a presentation, and if time permits with the chair, maybe a couple of questions, but limiting it to 15 minutes. The Kautilya's Arthashastra has a special place in world history as one of the supreme texts on Rajaniti or political science. For ages, this book, written by Chanakya in the 4th century BC, has been taught to various kings in the Gurukuls in India. Later, it was accepted globally as a book of reference, especially as an Indian book on statecraft, administration, law, and military strategy. Recently, it has also been accepted as a book on management. We find the original book of Arthashastra being translated into various Indian, English, and many foreign languages. If you look at the contemporary academics, till recently, Arthashastra has only been used as a book for reference, research, and scholarly pursuit. Even though many students have achieved a doctoral degree in the Arthashastra, including myself, all these years of research, it has still to come out from the libraries of the university into real-life application. We hardly find any institution teaching this book as a mainstream course offering. A unique experiment has been conducted at the University of Mumbai, the Chanakya Institute of Public Leadership, of which I happen to be the founder director, along with Mr. Ranjit Shetty, and we have started a full-time program based on the Arthashastra under the Department of Philosophy, headed by Dr. Shubhada Joshi. It's a 6-month residential full-time program, and it's considered as a benchmark in bringing back the ancient book into mainstream education. It's a 5-year research project for good governance. There is a batch of 15 students we select every year from all over India and even internationally. They are boys and girls in the age group of 25 to 30 years. They stay in the campus and the education is completely free for them. They study the complete 6,000 sutras of the Arthashastra under the Guru Shishya Parampara format, along with subjects which are contemporary, including parliamentarian affairs, economics, management, law, Indian constitution, etc. They also work during the 6 months on various live projects and visit the 4 corners of India, including the parliament, during the program. The students get the best of the teachers from the university and the best of the visiting faculties from the industry. This is considered as applied philosophy of Chanakya in modern times. After the 6 months, what happens to the students? They are certified from the University of Mumbai and go on to join the field of politics, social entrepreneurship, and academics and public life. Through this program, we are trying to develop the next generation of leaders for India and for the world. Which is why Kautilya, we say, is a great kingmaker. And the Arthashastra was written for good governance. The website details are there if you want to know more. What I'm going to do in the next few minutes, I'm actually going to run through what we have done in the University of Mumbai. So it's not like an idea. We have proof of concept. So if we start, the Chanakya Institute of Public Leadership is the institution at the University of Mumbai under the Department of Philosophy. And I'm going to talk about the teaching program, because academics into a full-fledged teaching program on the Arthashastra. Our vision, to transform the individual and the society in India, leading towards Abhyudaya, that is material prosperity and spiritual prosperity. You know, where people say Indians always talk about the other world. In the Arthashastra, there is no word called as moksha. Be practical and talk about this world first. You may talk about a great, glorious past, but please look at your roads and corruptions first. And this is to establish as a role model for India and the world, a vision that can actually move a nation. The mission is to provide leaders in all walks of life for the progress of our country. So the students go out and actually join various streams of life to provide professionals trained extensively in good governance who will uphold the highest standards in public life, bring in transformation at the individual level and at the social level. So the students are actually going on to become educationalists, politicians, business, law, economics, and even cultural ambassadors. To provide trained managers and political management thoughts soaked in the ancient Indian spiritual knowledge. Provide dynamic leaders who can blend modern technology with spiritual wisdom. So we are saying there is a great past, but don't cut out only the past, but bring in the modern aspect of it. So it's like the West and the East. Let's bring them together. I don't know to speak much on this, but that's the problem we say. Current political scenario, over 1 million people directly related to the political field. These are the people who contest in political elections, right from the panchayats up till the MP or PM level. 1 million people, that's 10 lakh people, they fight for elections. That's quite a number, but not trained in politics. No formal training, learning the job on the job. Entry into politics largely by default or family legacy. Politics unable to attract the best talent. We say politics is bad, but our teachers and education is providing the best politicians. No job security. If you look at the politician side of it, they don't have job security because every 5 years they can lose the positions. There is no clear career path. Like in any particular job, you say 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can directly start from the top level, or you can just get exit from the lower level. So if you look at from their side, we have to be empathetic and understand they don't have a clear design. So we say, can we clear-cut design it? So at the bureaucracy side, you have hierarchies where you can reach the top. But in politics, there is nothing like that. Lack of training centers, we don't have training centers for politicians. They may be doing 1 or 2 programs here and there, but there is no regular continuous training programs. There is no programs for skill upgradation for the existing politicians. So we found out this particular problem, and we found out this model that if you look at a triangle, in India we have education systems. I'm not telling no. So we have the political science. But if you look at the left side, political science in most of the universities are actually information-based. It's almost like an upper version of the civics that we learn. So this is how the system is. But that's information. But then there is something which is called as public administration. People actually practice it. They have the knowledge. The next level is public policy, where most of us would come into action, where we talk about wisdom. But when a political leader or any particular leader of a community goes, he has to talk from insights. The highest standards is where we lack the training at public leadership. So we are trying to address that part, which is currently not existing in India. Let me talk about the institution. CIPL, Chanakya Institute of Public Leadership, is a unique Indian model of governance based on the Kautilya's Arthashastra with a unique interdisciplinary approach. So we don't just say, Arthashastra is great, can be verified with other departments, including history and economics. Because Arthashastra can be looked at various dimensions. People call it a book of economy, people call it a book of military strategy and law. In fact, here right in Delhi, the Supreme Court, if you go to the museum, they say very openly, and the Kautilya's Arthashastra, the Congress book is kept and say we derive some of our greatest law-making thoughts from the Arthashastra. Reconstructing the text, that's the word. We're not glorifying the past, but we're going to reconstruct the text in the context of today for a better vision of the future. Of future society, a professional route to enter public life. People don't know how they want to, but they don't know how. So we are giving them a trained way of getting into the public life. Perfect blend of ancient wisdom and modern technology. We have a case study and a research-based approach. If you heard, in the Western countries, there are models like the Kennedy School, the Harvard, where there is a proper actual course. In India, we don't have one. Singapore has got a Lee Kuan Yew Institute. So we benchmark it to the global standards, but not forgetting our indigenous uniqueness, which comes from the Arthashastra. This is very interesting. We have based it in the Department of Philosophy. Because finally, all wars or all successes are of philosophy. आखिर में धर्म की बात होती है ना, धर्म युद्ध हो जाता है. So we said, let's do it from the Department of Philosophy at the university. Just to give an outline, University of Mumbai is one of the oldest universities in India, 154 years old. 60 departments, over 650 affiliated colleges. Now, this is something quite surprising. It is the largest university in the world as far as the number of students is concerned. 1 million, 10 lakh students. When I was in Oxford, one professor asked me, how many students do you have? I said, close to 1 million. He started laughing for 15 minutes. He must be joking. But I also verified that it's not that 1 million students sit at one place, but it's the affiliation of colleges, 650 colleges. But in the college, unfortunately, our education system focuses more on examination rather than on education. So we said, let's talk on the emphasis of interdisciplinary approach. This is a dynamic team led by our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Rajan Lelukar. As far as our department is concerned, it's headed by Dr. Shubhada Joshi. We have another Dr. Meenal Katarnikar, myself, and Ranjit Shetty. But these are the core team. But we have got 52 professors from various departments who come and teach the students in Arthashastra. That's the core team. Talking about the content, the tradition that we are following, Guru Shishya tradition, ancient Indian model of pedagogy. The only criteria of trainees is their merit to get selected for the program. If you can pay us double the fees or donations, that's not a criteria. So we select. There is a process of actually interviewing students. And as I told you, we actually have started getting international students. The last batch, we had a student from Indonesia who now is on the verge of joining in some project in the United Nations. It's a completely free course, so it's not a commercial course. Demonstrated act of selflessness for participants to imbibe. The Arthashastra demonstrated. I can't say, I will teach, and then on the other side I have some other personal criteria. So we said, let's start at our end. So the teachers are paid, but they are not paid by the students. So we get funds, donations from various sponsors, etc. Respect for knowledge received. Alumni, that's the interesting part. We say, after the student passes out, the teacher's work starts. It's usually, pass ho gaya. नहीं, pass होने के बाद क्या काम किया? So the alumni is very connected, morally bound to support the institution, build an institution of character, not just brand or reputation. Let's go back to the past. What was the Gurukul system in ancient India? Students from all strata of society stayed and studied with the teacher. It's a full-time course. Even if the student is from Mumbai, they have to stay in the campus. I can go home and come. No. 24/7, please be in the same environment. Imbibe the teachers, Vichar and Achar. And the first thing they say in our Shastras is, students learn not only from what the lecturer says on the platform, but what he does off the platform. So there are methods of teaching, and the best way to teach is live the knowledge yourself. So we are the first test to ourselves. Students passed out join society to realize their Swadharma. What are you good at? We do a mapping. That's interesting. We have actually used Jyotish Shastra to understand the Swadharma of each of the student. So somebody was asking, how do you do that? So that's a separate subject. We look at their horoscopes, we get some experts, and it's been fantastic. It's been 10 steps ahead of psychometric tests they've been doing, maybe on a different platform, or all the questions we can discuss. But we do that ancient and modern, and we look at what is unique. So I can't make everybody a public leader if it is not in him. So if you have the leadership qualities, we can group. Otherwise, there are different opportunities, public leadership, it can also be social entrepreneurship, etc. So society supports the Gurukul system for its own benefit. So society is not doing a favor by funding it. Society needs good leaders. Students only have to worry about receiving knowledge and not about fees. आप आ जाओ, अपने quality हम groom करेंगे, अर्थशास्त्र के basis पे. Let me talk about the course contents. There are two, ancient and modern. Ancient, of course, we study the complete 6,000 sutras of Arthashastra. It's the first course in India or the world where the full sutras of Arthashastra, right from the beginning, Om Namah Shukra Barahaspatibhyam, till the last one is taught verse by verse, and its modern application. That's important. Okay, there is a great past, there is a great text, but how do you apply it today? Leadership lessons from great Indian texts, Mahabharata, Ramayana, blah, blah, Upanishads. But that's not only glorifying the past. The 50% of the knowledge is also modern, which is constitutional framework, parliamentary structure, legislative, judiciary. So we are saying that this was and this is. Modules, case studies and solutions from Kapila's Arthashastra. Now all great management institutions or universities talk about examples and case studies. We have applied that model. History of democracy, concept of nations from Indian texts, different concepts. So there is a concept of Rajya versus Rashtra. Rajya is a kingdom, Rashtra is a nation. Interestingly, in the history of the world, Chanakya or Kautilya was the first person to think about the concept of a Rashtra, nation state. That started right here. But there are different concepts which we teach them. Orientation to philosophy, governance structure in India, role of an MP, MLA, corporator, panchayat, Indian history and culture we teach them, participation of civil society to strengthen democracy, corruption, Lokpal bill. They actually have to do, some of the right to information, they have to apply for it and get information. It's a part of their course to use the rights, etc. Role of media, legislation, lawmaking. Now what's very interesting is that it's not a theory class, it's 24/7, so we have projects. Key issues for the next 5 years of India. So what are the next 5-year plan? Can we work on that today? Performance evolution of the government, state and national. Union budgets, we study them and say that where can you actually get the funds from? Or where can you contribute to other projects? Security mechanism, that's where we are also focusing on. Board at the city and the state level, national level, analysis of planning commission reports, parliamentary committees, political parties, funding analysis, etc. etc. Live experiences. They meet MPs, MLAs, they study poll strategies for corporate election. They actually, last batch, Mumbai had the municipal corporation election. They worked as 5 different teams in 5 different parties. We are not party driven. And they actually have to do and study how the electoral process runs. Meet leaders from India, from all strata, political, business, spiritual. Interestingly, it's also a traveling course. So they visit the 4 corners of India, participate in G20, National Youth Summit, etc. So what I'm going to do now, my 15 minutes is coming to an end. So I'm going to actually show a proof of concept. The idea has been implemented, and we are currently running the 3rd batch. So I'm going to show you some pictures of the 1st batch. So we are visiting the 4 corners of India. That students are in Assam. So you can see all the boys and girls. in uniforms in these pictures. Visit to Kutch, that's the border of India, run of Kutch, the white desert. We take them there. South India, so that's Vivekananda Memorial. Delhi visit, that's right here. You can see them with some MPs visiting the parliament, etc. This gives them a broad idea of what India is as a concept and what India is as a reality. As Mahatma Gandhi said, if you don't travel India, you will not understand India. So if you want to be leader of India, please travel. We make them travel. They have spiritual experiences, social experience. They work with a lot of NGOs, all clubbed into 6 months. Understanding administration. Some of them, the photographs are IPS, IAS officers. They work, they question them, spend a day with them, understanding their processes, systems. Meet the leaders. So we have the Director General of Maharashtra Police, D. Shivanand, they interacted. Then a business leader, Jyoti Laboratories, they interacted. Then, okay, this is a Mantralaya in Bombay. So we have the Education Minister and the Power Minister. So you can see the various kind of leaders they come across, business to administration to political. Recruitment, now it's interesting. Everybody talks about iske baad fayda kya. So that's one of our 2 of our students who got recruited at the CM level. These are interestingly politicians recruit a student. Like a company can go to MBA colleges, engineering college to recruit, but where do politicians go? And interestingly, we are having people who are recruited students from all different parties. You can look at NCP or BJP or Congress. I know I'm losing time. Yeah. So that's it. So help us in spreading this word. This is our nation's glory. Be a part of the movement. I'm leaving this PPT, but I would like to end up with 3 photographs, which for me is a national problem. The script in my hand is Kaupilya Arthashastra, for which all of us have come. This is the Mysore University, the Oriental Research University. I'm happy that all of us have this great manuscript alive with us. Just a closer look at it. But it's very sad. We have experts also here that we have not done enough to protect our manuscripts. Look at the condition of our manuscripts. Just racked. One fire, one earthquake, God forbid, should not happen. These are 80,000 manuscripts. Time to awaken. First, protect the baby before you make him big. Thank you so much. That's my book, Corporate CHANAKYA, which I have written, and the details. Thank you so much.